Hello, welcome back. Today I want to share 15 habits and ways we have simplified our lives in the last few years. Over the past 5 years, we have been decluttering and simplifying our lives, becoming more minimalist, and I thought it would be fun to share some of the more recent habits that I've changed and things that I've simplified in our home and in our lives to make our life a little bit easier and to get more done throughout the day. When it comes to organizing our house, I've started to store similar things together. So this can apply to almost every room in our home and probably your home as well, and it makes life a lot easier. So I've put all of the kids' crafting stuff in one area. I've put all of the baking stuff in the kitchen in one area instead of having it spread out throughout the kitchen. And this applies to blankets, towels, almost everything in our home. And this habit helps me to put things away faster and to find things way faster. Another way I've simplified is the things that I don't use very often, especially in the kitchen, I've put to the back of the cabinet. We've recently added some new countertops and cabinets in our kitchen, and there's this dead space in the corner. And I decided that that is where I would put all of our party supplies, since we only get those out when we are having a birthday party or people over, which is not that often. So it's a perfect place to store things that I just don't need to get to all the time. By putting that stuff to the back, it helps free up the space in the front and makes it way quicker and easier to get to the things that I use daily. One of the best ways I've simplified in the last year is to batch work almost everything in my life. And this sounds kind of crazy, but I can apply batch working to almost every task. When I'm doing laundry, I try to pick one day to get it all done. When I am working on, say, these videos, I try to get my ideas out all in one day, film everything all in another day, and then edit in a different day. So that way I'm not having to waste time switching between thinking about different aspects of what I need to get done. I can just focus and get into the mode of doing that one thing. I've even gone to batch working in the kitchen. So when I am chopping up some carrots for a soup, I will chop up extra carrots for a snack and maybe set aside some chopped up carrots for another meal that we will have in a few days. And this just helps me save so much time because I already have out the tool I'm using, I already have out the food that I'm prepping, and it just makes it easier for the next few days, and then I'm not having to switch between different tasks. Spending money on things that make your life easier is not money wasted, especially if you can enjoy more aspects of your life. So for instance, if you make a certain amount of money per hour, you can imagine that if you found somebody to do a task for you that would take them half the time it would take you to do, and it's very affordable. Maybe you want to get your car washed once a month because you don't feel like doing it yourself and you don't have the time for it. There's a lot of benefits to actually spending money on things that will save you time and simplify your life. One thing that I've gone to doing is I've been getting meals from Green Chef, which is today's sponsor, and that has helped me simplify our weekly meals in a major way. Green Chef is a CCOF certified organic company and has options for every lifestyle: keto plus paleo, vegan, gluten-free, vegetarian, fast and fit, and Mediterranean. On this night, we're making the roasted portobello sandwiches. I love that the ingredients come pre-measured, perfectly proportioned, and mostly prepped, so it's so easy to put these meals together. The great thing about the step-by-step directions is I can make these meals or my husband can make them as well because they're so easy to follow. With Green Chef's wide variety of high-quality, clean ingredients, you can feel great about what you're eating and how it got to your table. Use my code Shannon Torrens 130 to get $130 off plus free shipping on your first box. Go to greenchef.com for more details. This has been a great way for us to try out new meals and recipes, and a great way to simplify our evenings. One task I've simplified just by switching something out is we used to have hampers in our bedroom. I had a hamper, my husband had a hamper, and then my kids had a hamper, and then I would take all the dirty clothes from the hamper and transfer it into the basket to do the laundry. And I decided to just do away with the hamper. I don't know what I was thinking before, but that's one thing I decluttered and simplified. Now I just have the dirty clothes basket, the plastic basket in our closet. We put the clothes in there and then I can take it right out to be washed, so there's no extra transferring. And a simple little thing like that being switched around has really changed my life. I feel that was one obstacle for me to try to get past, just having to do that extra step, and it made me never want to do laundry. So now it's just so easy. I can grab the baskets and go. One experimental way I decided to simplify was with socks, and specifically my husband's socks. I read this in a How to Simplify book and I thought I would try it out, and that was to get rid of all the socks and only get socks that match, so they're extremely fast and easy to match up, and then you don't have one always missing with the wrong color or mismatched. And this has made doing laundry so much quicker and easier because all the socks match. So all I have to do is grab them all and fold them together and they're done. I don't have to sit there and try to figure out where's the missing sock. It sounds silly, but it was a really great way to simplify. When it comes to my wardrobe, I've realized that I only used to wear about 10% of the clothes that I had. And once I started decluttering and going to more of a capsule wardrobe, I finally realized what people meant when they said that a simple capsule wardrobe makes your life easier. It really does. By decluttering and simplifying, I knew exactly what I had in my closet. It made grabbing my outfits for the day so much faster and easier. And of course, clothes are always coming in and out of my wardrobe because you might change size or the seasons change or clothes wear out. But by just staying on top of this and keeping more of a capsule wardrobe, it has simplified and made getting ready in the morning so much easier. When it comes to caring for clothes, I will only buy clothing that is easy to maintain and take care of. I don't buy anything that usually needs to be ironed. I don't buy anything that needs to be dry cleaned. I just feel I don't want to deal with those extra steps. And I know that might not be for everyone, but it has helped me to simplify washing my clothes and taking care of my clothes. And it also saves a lot of money to not have to get things dry cleaned. When it comes to our finances, I have automated as many things as possible. I set up reoccurring payments. I still have a budget and pay really close attention to what we're spending our money on and how much money is going to different places. But by automating bills to get paid, it has saved a lot of time and headache. So in case you accidentally forget to pay something on time, you no longer will when things are automated. They will definitely be paid on time. The one thing I just have to make sure is that we've set aside the money that we know needs to go to those things. A great way to save time, money, and make sure you're not bringing too many things in your home is to plan ahead by making a list and planning for shopping. I rarely go out shopping anymore unless I have a plan and know what I need. This applies to our kitchen, grocery shopping. It also applies to when we need clothes or things for around our house. I will write the list and then I will think about it for a while. I might even put it away for a week, bring it back out, make sure I still want all those items. And at that point, that is when I will go shopping either in a store or I will go online. There are so many benefits to decluttering. The obvious things that you're no longer using or that have been pushed to the back of a closet or a shelf and you just forget about these items. I know I do it as well. What I've done is set up the habit of decluttering seasonally. I like to call it a seasonal declutter. So every time the season changes, I try to go through our home, go through each closet, just glance through and see what we don't need anymore. Most of the time I can find a few books that we've already read that I'm never going to read again, or some clothes that my boys have grown out of. So there's usually always something that I can find during these seasonal declutters, and that helps keep our life more simplified because then we're not having to deal with all those items that get in the way. Next on my list is to reorganize any areas that are not working. I first moved in here and put everything in what I thought was the best organized manner in our kitchen, in my office, in the bathrooms. But over time, sometimes it is good to revisit these areas and see what needs to be updated, what needs to be changed. And this can help a lot with simplifying when you're getting ready in the morning or trying to cook something. One way I've simplified photos this last year was to have a file on my computer, and I just grab the photos that I like. Each time I like a photo, I put it into that album to get printed at the end of the year. I now make one album per year, and I just have all those photos ready to go in the order that they were taken. So usually I start in January and in December, and I just upload all those photos to one of those online photo book places. I used Costco last year, and I was able to put them in the order I want, type in what the event was, and get it printed. And the nice thing about that is I was able to print two. I gave one to my parents, and then we have one here. And it's just a really great way to organize and have my photos all printed at one time in one book, and it solves, and the books are very thin, so this has simplified what I do with my photos. Another way I've simplified is to really slow down on what I consume. So I've tried to log out of certain apps more often. For instance, Instagram, I am on there, but I try my hardest to log out for several days at a time. I also try not to check my emails constantly, and this is not necessarily easy, but if I can spend more time resting, relaxing, going outside, and just simplifying kind of what's happening in my head, that also is a great habit, is just to check and see how much you're consuming. And we really aren't meant to be consuming so much stuff so quickly. And that's one way I've simplified, which has helped me to relax more and has helped me to be more in my life and not in other people's lives, seeing what they're doing constantly. This one's kind of hard to explain, but I've been trying really hard to love the things I already have, be content with what I have, and that helps me to simplify by not feeling like I'm always looking for the next greatest thing, the next best thing. I can actually be grateful and thankful for the furniture I have and the house that we have and my life as it is in this one moment. And that has helped me simplify, because I find a lot of the time I fall into that trap, or all of us fall into that trap, of trying to look for the next best thing and the latest, greatest outfit, whatever it is, and that can take up a lot of time and energy. And by just loving what I have, and of course I look forward to things that are coming up, vacations and stuff like that, but by focusing on what I do have and appreciating what I have has helped me simplify. I hope some of these tips will help you simplify your life. And if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to never miss a video. Thank you to Green Chef for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! You might have heard this little dude crying in the background. He just wanted to say hi to everybody.